Hello YouTube land, my name is Castle and we're going to be showcasing the Vaal Arc Elementalist build. This is a work in progress build for me, however, it's been doing pretty well. We are using Inpulsa, even though Inpulsa did get nerfed a couple leagues in a row. If we were going to be going for more DPS, or like bossing DPS rather than a little bit more clear, we'd be focusing probably on something like Eternity Shroud. A whole bunch of Eternity Shroud builds out there, if you want, you can go check them out. However, for our bossing damage, we are currently using a pseudo 6 link with Lightning Spire Trap. It does a fair amount of damage, and we're just going to leave it at that for now. This build does have a couple of custom crafted items, basically along the lines of either penetrating elemental damage, as well as gain 15% elemental damage as extra chaos damage. So we're kind of going with things like that. This is also a custom crafted item. Basically, I focused on obviously Assassin's Mark on hit, but it's also utilizing the lightning damage to spells and attacks. It's also really nice. So there's that. Basically, everything else is either filling out resistances or just some kind of utility overall. This helmet, for example, is the negative 9% on lightning resistances to nearby enemies. That's a great one. For helmet enchants, this was a Stormbrand build. I'm currently converting it over. However, if I was going to do this, I would do Arc with a +1 chain, again for mapping, because I have Lightning Spire for my bossing damage. I guess I can quickly showcase a map. This is just a random wasteland. I've been running wastelands a lot. I kind of like the layout. So, yeah. Basically, everything kind of dies from just a couple of taps. And it's great because things tend to chain, things tend to, do the Inpulsa things. That's a beyond map, nice. The one good thing about this is for monoliths, unless there are proxy bubbles, which do tend to happen, but if there are, like, monoliths that spawn that don't have proxy bubbles when they pop, it tends to clear. Like, Vaal Arc tends to clear pretty well when it comes to that. So a couple of my defenses on this is Purifying Flame, as well as Wave of Conviction. Now, because I have primarily lightning damage... Oh, here we are. So I'm just going to drop one down so you can kind of see the damage. Basically dead. I could have dropped all three down and it would have went down pretty much instantly. However, I kind of want to showcase at least one of the damages, but it got into some immunity frames there. Let's see if we could find our monolith and kind of just show off the rest of the build. This build has under 5k life, sure, but it has 30% chance to dodge. Plus, once Wave of Conviction hits, chance to blind goes up, so then we get a bonus 50% evasion, right? So overall, not too bad. We have a decent amount of leech thanks to Coming of Paragon or Calamity, whatever it's called, because Beacon of Ruin is dead to me this league. Hoping that they do something with it next league, as well as maybe giving us some kind of a Warlock's mark rather than Warlords mark, because that would allow me to utilize some other stuff that we can play around with. Anyway, I'm clicking, go through, click on all the things. Again, if we had the +1 chain, this would be going through a lot faster, but again, I converted this over from Stormbrand build. I did Uber Elder with Stormbrand, and I figured I'd kind of play around with a little bit of Arc. That pretty much kills everything unless it gets stopped by some kind of an elementally resistant, like Lieutenant or something. I'm a little laggy, but nothing that I can't handle. Oh, I also spawned him. Okay, it died. Desert Springs, sure. This does also showcase some of the weaknesses of the build. As you can see, I did go a little low on health, but nothing that I was like freaking out about, per se. If I wasn't using daggers, I'd probably use scepters. I prefer whirling, but thanks to Slayer, actually, Leap Slam is now probably my preferable skill of choice. So if I were to use, or if I were to custom craft these items again, I'd probably choose Scepter. They would also be higher damage. Lower attack damage, sure, or like attack speed, but with Whirling you're faster anyway, so it doesn't necessarily matter. A couple things here. So casting damage taken with Immortal Call, as well as Wave of Conviction. Now because we are utilizing Lightning as our primary damage, basically just negative 25% elemental resistance matching the highest damage taken. So whenever we take a relatively okay hit, Wave of Conviction will go in front and give us a lot of damage pen, which is great. On top of that, we have another cast from damage taken at level 1, which is coupled with Purifying Flame, so basically that little thing that's right in front of you, which is great. And then it blinds them, which gives us the extra 50% dodge, which I think it's dodge. Could be evasion. No, we dodge, that's evasion. So that's pretty good there. Lightning Spire Trap coupled with Elemental Focus, Concentrated Effect, and Control Destruction. With this, it makes it a suit of 6-link, which is level 18 trap and mind damage, as well as faster casting. I might try to go for level 20, but this damage is pretty nutty. I've chunked down Guardians with it, and haven't really had much of an issue. So there you go. Even though the Inpulsa is probably not the best choice, it's great for clear, especially for monoliths. This does low level to medium level like tier monoliths relatively easily. One pop of the Vaal arc and pretty much the whole screen just dies. Or not even the whole screen, the whole monolith, minus maybe like a sergeant. So that's about it out of this build. It's still, again, a work in progress. I'm going to be changing around my helmet. I'm going to be probably custom crafting this item to get a little bit more damage out of it, and we'll kind of go from there. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a like on the video, and don't forget the most important part: have fun.